She sets behind. The blocker's too late for Texas.
Back row attack. Eckerman dug up. Plum. Quick counter to Bergsma. Point Oregon.
And if anything, Oregon has pushed the tempo even more. So in transition, they shoot that ball out. What a nice up. And now watch the speed of this set out to Bergsma. Barely over the height of the antenna. Space in the block, and she notches the point.
Ducks showing some resiliency after the slow first set. Now they're stepping on the gas. Oregon on an 8-3 run right now. They have not been blocked by Texas in this second set after the Horns had 7 in the opener. And for the Ducks, a big turnaround, Coach.
It sure is. They pushed the tempo, and they only had 9 kills the whole first set. This set isn't even close to being done, and they already have 15. So cleaned up the offense. They're passing better, controlling the serving of Texas better, getting much more swings, and now they're going to make a substitution to maybe shore up their block with Bailey Webster at the net. That's a big focus of theirs. How do we slow them down?
Look at that change from negative to 481 for Oregon in this second set. Bailey Webster over the top. Point Texas. Webster now with 8 kills on 11 swings. She has not committed an error yet.
And if she's going to do that, well, if you're the setter, you want to keep going with the hot hand, keep setting her until she cools off.
Overpass, McNeil, that was an early gift for the holidays. Point Texas.
That's one of those serves we've talked about. It doesn't count as an ace in the official and the media stats, but in my book it is, because it leads to a direct point. Want to try to keep the serve when you control it on your side of the net, just like that. That's a perfect pass.
And the stuff by McNeil. Point Longhorns.
Fast to the outside, but McNeil gets that left hand pointed into the court, notches another block. I think Texas first or second in this set now.
Bergsma with the tip. Good hustle.
Great hustle by McNeil all the way across the court.
Point Texas. Let's check in with Maria Taylor.
Yeah, guys, Jarrett Elliott was telling his Texas Longhorns that in order to get more blocks, they have to stay low and tight. Felt like his team was going up high and reaching to get blocks, and that's why they were getting used here in the second set.
And the first block of the second set gets them even at 17 apiece, as Texas has scored 4 straight out of that last timeout. Well, 2 of the country's premier women's college basketball teams are on ESPN coming your way on Tuesday night. Brittany Griner and the Baylor Bears taking on Megan Simmons and the Tennessee Lady Vols, their first year without legendary coach Pat Summer on the sideline. Holly Warlick taking over for Tennessee against the defending national champs. That's Tuesday night at 8 on ESPN, also on the Watch ESPN app. Brittany Griner was last year's Honda Award winner, the Collegiate Women Athlete of the Year. The nominees for volleyball have been announced, and we've got 3 of the 4 finalists on the floor tonight. Plum and Bergsma for Oregon, Eckerman for the University of Texas. And that's the winners from 12 different women's sports that are all nominated for the Honda Cup. The last volleyball player to get that was Megan Hodge for Penn State. And the National Player of the Year, the 5th-year senior out of Chandler, Arizona, without a point in the first set. She's got 4 here in the second. She's also a beauty pageant winner. She's an outstanding student in the classroom. Reads a little Harry Potter, listens to a little Britney Spears. Very well-rounded.
And Coach Moore has talked about her as the female in the group that has all the marbles, like everything going for her. And he said, normally in a group like that, you don't want to like, you want to hate the person with all the marbles. But she's too nice, too likable to hate.
And as we are seeing, she has that ability to take over a match, or at least take over a set, which is what she is trying to do right here for Oregon. Looking to Bailey Webster. And the block by Bergsma.
That's been going over a lot. But that time, the set went a little farther off the net, and Webster dragged it down, hit it right into that right hand of Elena Bergsma. She gets on the board with her first block.
And the team's first block. McNeil. Quick to Williams in the middle. Another fast attack for the Ducks.
Yeah, what nice work by Williams. You have to block, get off the net, and then you get right back toward it. Middle blockers expected to do so much and be so fast with their feet.
Looking to Webster, and that one falls on the Duck side. We're going to 25, have to win by 2. Oregon trying to even up this match after their worst set loss of the season in the opener. 25-11. Brooks serves it at Brenner. Fisher sent back but wide. Point Ducks.
And that's what Coach Elliott was talking about. He doesn't want his blockers, who are higher generally than the hitters, getting tooled, letting the block hit their arms and hit their hands and then go out of bounds. That's what happened there.
Ackerman, there's a better serve right at the net, or set, excuse me. Now serving is Sarah Palmer, junior out of Hawaii. Bergsma, dug up by Palmer. Eckerman, another big swing. Point Texas.
Wow, Eckerman going hard cross court and blasting the ball inside the defender, Kat Fisher. That's a shot that both left side hitters for Texas are easily capable of. Not many left side hitters in the country can hit that.
Good read that time by Plum to get it to Williams. Ducks 3 points from tying this championship matchup. Looking to Eckerman. Fisher down to get it this time. Free ball Texas. Tough pass, but Bell able to clean it up. Allison keeping it out of the net. McNeil. They serve the libero again. Williams missed it wide.
And she netted. Tried to swing to,
they're going to replay it.
They're saying that there were simultaneous nets. The swing by Williams and the blocker. Let's watch right here. Eckerman. No, actually it's Bell. And they both hit the net. Bell kicked the net.
Yep.
Williams swung at it. Watch Williams. She's going to swing into the top of the net.
And the foot into the bottom.
And the foot into the bottom. Simultaneous nets. They play the point over.
And Oregon gets it. Brenner with the crush.
And Brenner is so strong with that multi-sport athlete. Blasts it right around. The Oregon defenders say, we don't want to get hit by that in practice. That's the last person we want to have hit at us.
That is a heavy ball. Eckerman responds.
And that's the matchup you like. Somebody like Eckerman or Webster at Lauren Plum, the smallest blocker for Oregon.
And now Webster comes back into the lineup up front as Eckerman is back to serve.
She had some streaks in the semifinals. She's hitting this pretty hard, this jump spin serve.
Good pass by Fisher. Bergsma almost hits the scoreboard. Webster just has to play it over. Block slows it down for Texas. Webster got it. From 2-0. Timeout, Oregon. Yesterday, very similar for the Oregon Ducks. They lost to Penn State in the opener, needed extra time in the second set, and got it, and ended up winning the match. And now they're trying to prevent Texas from taking the commanding lead.
Texas's physicality, those tall players who also jump high, still giving Oregon lots of problems. On that last play, actually, you could see as they came down, Lauren Plum telling her middle blocker, get over, get next to me. We need to get shoulder to shoulder because they're hitting between us and hitting over me. Here's a bit of space right between the hands, and afterwards she's talking. Tell it, you could see it right there. As you can, if we run this a tiny bit longer, let the ball go through. Goes through that space. And now watch Lauren Plum talking to her blocker. Come on, get to me, get to me. Close that seam. You know, it's hard when you get hit over, but at least stop the seam ball.
Yes. That's our 12th tie of the set. Remember to stick around in between the second and third. Olympian Carrie Walsh-Jennings will talk with our Maria Taylor. We'll also have highlights and stats. And Texas coach Jarrett Elliott, will hear from him, the National Coach of the Year.
And that's what you like to save that timeout for, to cool off. It's like icing the free throw shooters. Cool off the server who tosses the ball high and tries to rip it across the net.
Oh, and the ace for Eckerman gets Texas a set point.
And how often have we seen in this tournament the opposite? They serve into the net, they serve out, but she rips the ace.
Fisher this time gets it. Brenner off the libero. And we will go extra now in the second. Have to win by 2.
You got Webster out there. She's been awfully, they go to her. She's been awfully effective. Right over. It's like the block's not even up in the air.
12 kills now with just the one hitting error tonight for the All-American, and another set point for Texas.
And that one hitting error was the one she just dragged down. It was her mistake more than anything into the block. The one time she got blocked.
Bergsma, the block pops it up. Here's a chance. Look at the Webster on the outside. And they get it. Texas scores 5 of the last 6 points to win the second set.